Oh, I know.
So I tried to take that exit, huh?
No, I got pushed off into it because of the fact that people are douchebags.
Dude, Nick told me the hemp oil or hemp oil. They start you out at 25 and a higher quick. Is that just something till you get something better? Like said, you would work 12 to 14-hour days. Just don't tell him that you know him, or you won't get hired.
Okay.
I guess he left Northwest at one point.
Uh-huh.
Went there and somewhere else. He said too.
Yeah, but the thing is he's looking at it from his side where he doesn't have a company basically going, oh yeah, no, here's the reason why we discharged this guy.
Yeah.
Kind of the same with you. It's like that was why you were able to get onto RTI so easily, is because of the fact that
Yeah.
you know. Like hell, I applied at Hobby Lobby for both their hostler position and their local drive. I haven't heard anything back from them since.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Or no, it took them like, she was like, so she's like, you should hear something by like the end of next week, basically like after Christmas. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And it was like a week after Christmas, or maybe a week and a half after Christmas. Finally, I heard something back, and they were like, yeah, we're going to move on with somebody else. Even though the lady that I talked to for the like truck driving position, she was like, yeah, no, she's like, even if you have an accident, she goes, we'll probably start you out in the yard as a hostler or something like that, where you're just shuffling trailers around until, she's like, until you get clear. And then she's like, at least that's something, just kind of get your foot in the door. I was like, yeah, that works. I was like, I really don't care. I was like, I just need a job right now. I don't really care what it is. But it's like, even that, and that's the thing, is like, I keep hearing people, it's like, oh, well, let's just do this to get you in here, and then we'll figure everything else out. And that's about as far as it goes, usually, is that far. Or I hear, yeah, we'll figure something out, try and get you in here, and then nothing. It's like they just forget that I exist. And then I get an email like a couple of days later or a week later saying that they moved on to a different candidate. And it's like, okay. So it's not from like a lack of applications being thrown out there, because I've thrown like 20 or 30 different applications out in the past month, at least one or two a day. And every company that's talked to me so far has been like, yeah, we're going to go somewhere else with, we're going to go to a different applicant, or we're going to go to a different applicant, or you're, unfortunately you're not hireable right now, or, try in like 90 days, 60 days, a year, 5 years, 3 years, it's like basically the limit of time until they no longer see the accident as a big deal, because it's like, oh, well, you've been X amount of years, X amount of time without an accident now. So like Swift, I think they said that I could try with them again in 90 days. And Schneider was a year, I think. It was like 6 months to a year. Werner was like 5 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's, like I said, it's not from a lack of trying. I've been trying hardcore. It's just anything that's driving based is not going to happen for me. So that's why I've kind of just gotten to a point where it's like, well, maybe I can make the streaming thing work, you know, just focus on it, hit it hard, and put as much effort as I possibly can into it. And, you know, my mom was like, well, try the school system, see if you can drive a bus. I'm like, okay. Because apparently somebody said that, you know, she was talking to the bus driver because she was on a field trip, and the bus driver was like, yeah, no, the pay is great and everything like that. Thing is, it's like $20,000 a year or something like that, or $30,000 a year
How much were we making?
for like 19.25 an hour. You only work like 6 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Ah,
Yeah,
I gotcha.
you basically start like, you know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and you go start your route. By the time you get to the school, you know, you're there
Yeah.
right around the time the school starts, and that's where your shift ends for that point. And then of course you show up, you know, however long you got to show up, and then you sit and wait for the kids to get out of school. And then once they're out of school, you go drop all the kids off, and then you drive back and put the bus away. So
Yeah.
oh shit, the fuck is going on?
Accident.
Maybe. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Accident or something.
Ah, and you gotta take the exit too.
This sucks.
Yeah.
Kind of punches a big ass hole in my whole fucking day. Well, I got like 2 hours there. This is saying it's going to take 26 minutes. Yeah, I know. Working on it. Earliest time I can get there is 2:55. I'm gonna be there between 2:55 and 2:30. Hey, when the game's already screaming at you, you're gonna be late. Shut up. Not my fault that somebody got stupid on the highway.
Yeah. Just don't stop. Be like, fuck y'all, I gotta go.
Right. Normally I would. Normally I'd have just pulled off onto the shoulder and slipped on through the exit and been like, I'm done with this shit. Get out of my way.
Yeah. Time do you have to be there before?
Said 2:55 was the delivery time. The earliest delivery time is like 2:55, and I think the other time is like 4 something. Yeah, 4:25.
Ah,
So I'm basically
yeah,
right on time.
yeah.
Where are they having me put it? Oh, right, between the two reefer trailers. Thank you, game. You're so kind. And of course, there's a freaking Freightliner here. Here we go. Here we go, 5. Oh, snap. Blade hauler? I haven't even seen one of these trailers. Holy crap.
Oh, that's very generous of them.
What's up?
Paul Transportation.
Uh
2 weeks out, every other weekend home. You get 1 day at home for every 2 weeks you're out.
huh. Right.
Or 1 day home for every 7 days you're out.